Who is with me on the perfection of this kit? Books, birds, coffee. I mean, it all goes together. And if you haven't seen, this is the Bookish Tote. This is Booked for Spring is the collection. This is April's kit from Coco Daisy. And there's two things that I adore so very much about this collection. Number one is I've always enjoyed the pouch subscription. This month especially, you get this little tote for your pouch. And then this ginormous enamel pin is in the stationery kit. So those are some of the highlights that I really enjoy. And it's just the most perfect size. I mean, it'll hold a traveler's notebook. This is a standard size traveler's notebook. So it gives you an idea of the height of the tote. But this would fit pencil pouch, your planner, some stickers, pair of scissors, and on the go. It's so cute. So in that kind of area, you guys know that last month when I worked on a sticker folio for March, I did one with a big house on the front. I have been really into a larger scale. We worked so tiny with tiny little stickers and tiny little boxes that I want to go large. And so I was thinking of using my Creative Kit papers to make a ginormous book. Meaning I really want to make a book that is going to be the cover of something. Now I haven't decided what exactly the cover will be for, but we've got to figure that out too. The Creative Kit papers, literally hands down my favorite things about almost all of the kits besides the cardstock paper that comes in the planner kit. And so now I'm just leafing through and figuring out what would be my best book cover. Like, what book cover would you pick? Gosh, there's so many choices. I was thinking I want something fairly neutral for the book cover because I really want to embellish it. I've been looking at this paper and I'm looking at all of the fun books that have some embellishments on the cover. And I think while this would look fun, I think something a little bit more solid that I can add to if I wanted to would look a little bit better. And then I'm going to go off of looking at this book. I want a large spine so I can decorate that and then have like just a little piece of white paper or something else right here that would work. So with that said, I'm just going to go ahead and mimic this shape over here. So pretty long and this direction. Because this is my only paper so far, I really should be writing on it beforehand, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go ahead and free draw because I think it's important that you experiment and have fun and don't be afraid to take chances. As you guys have known, most of my existence here is just trying, experimenting, having fun, and seeing where the wind blows. So I think that's part of the adventure, and that's what the enthusiasm I find with planning is also. So it looks like there's like a little rise here, and then it looks like it's fairly flat on the bottom. And if we need to trim, we can trim. All right, so for the book little spine, so it's going to go up from this edge. And then I think what I'll do is round these corners here, because there's always rounded corners on a book. Those are very self-explanatory. And then I need to make something that would go in here. There are sticky notes that came in the kit, and I think that would be a really cool spine. So if I did something like this, no, like the pages of the book, not the spine. You guys know what I mean, right? And then I'm going to round this edge because it looks like in our picture that this is rounded, which totally makes sense. Let's cut this part off. See what we've got so far. Right now it looks like an alligator. We'll get there. Don't worry. We just need a little bit of a detail on our book. We need some lines to outline this part of the book. Okay, there it goes. It looks pretty well. I am going to put a little bit of detail in here. I do have, this is the stencil that is in the stationery kit, and I thought it would be fun to do like a bookshelf on top of the book. So let's go ahead and take the inside, the smaller part of our Tombow marker, and I'm just going to make this little bookshelf here. I think this adding this a little bit of detail just with the stencil is going to really make this book pop. Then I have a chance to, you know, write on here myself some of the books I'm reading currently in 2026. That looks like fun. I'm going to make a bookshelf bottom now. Let's use this here as just a nice little straight edge. I think what I want to do is actually fill in the insides with the Tombow. I think that'll make these really pop off the page. I thought outlining them would do enough, but I don't think so. I think that looks so much better. And then we have enough space over here. We can put, there's a lot of different things. With the stencil, you could do like a little flower. That would look fun. So the last time I did a folio, I used the cardstock from the ribbons. Well, I'll do that too. And I also used the paper backing board from the Creative Kit. And so that's exactly what I'll do again. And so instead of, and I was thinking about how I wanted to do this. We did such a great job on the book. I don't know if I want to make a folio that turns out this direction. What if I made a folio that had a turnout of this direction? And that way we can get the majority of our book on there. So let's go ahead and trim them to the same size because I remember them being just slightly off. So we'll get that trimmed. And then we'll also cover each of these with paper. I think this one would be a great hinge. We'll just fold this up here and do it. We did it 3 times or 2 times, and then the third piece. So there's 3 pieces of paper. And then I just trimmed that off. So I'll put in my scrap pile over here. And then we just attach this and it would make my hinge. Now I know this is a little bit longer than our other one, than our paper. So I'll just go ahead and trim that. It just looks like 1/4 of an inch. I probably should bone fold this one. Got my bone folder, so just make sure that's a nice and tidy. So let's cover these up. How about we find a paper for, well, this one looks good. It looks good on the white, but we can do better, right? Let's try this one. I think the tone on tones would make it look great and pop, especially that white. And then we have an option to add other things like more books underneath, or just like a words or decoration or something on the top. So let's add that and add this to here. I'm going to do this white side because I think on the inside, I don't necessarily need to have it covered with paper. There's some grid on this side, so I think it would be fun to have that on the inside. And I knew I would have to trim a little bit, but I made sure it was on this end. So the end of the book. I've gotten this side decorated from the backing of the Creative Kit papers, just that piece of cardboard that comes with each of the paper packs. And I'm going to add one more piece of paper to make the background of this one beautiful as well. And I'm just trimming off the edges, and then it'll be time to assemble. So here's where we're at. I have these 2 all ready to go. And the back side, it doesn't bother me that it's one way or the other because, you know, it's the back side and you just don't look at it all that much. But I really like that design. So I'm going to do it. Let's see, do I want it this way? That way when I open it, let's do it this way. All right, now it's time to add our hinge. I just want to make sure that's right side up as well. So our hinge is just this folded piece of paper. I know my tape runner would be fine, but I'm going to use this 1/2 inch double-sided tape because I really want to make sure this hinge is not going to go anywhere because I'm going to be using this the whole month or until I run out of stickers. But I usually have just enough at the end where I still need something. Usually all of my deco stickers go very quickly. And it's just all of the other functional ones that I have left. Oh my gosh, that looks adorable, and that hinge is going to work great and lays so flat. I mean, it's just really is fun to see the experiments that I come up with, they actually work. All right, so now we have to do two things. The reason I didn't add a pocket is because I wanted the hinge to be there and then put the pocket on top. All right, so we need to talk about the pockets. So this was the only one I have left. I used the other one when I was creating. I did end up using this pocket from the main planner kit because I can take this in and out. I really wanted this to be something I can look at every single month at the beginning, like a dashboard. So I have this pocket left, and I also have this pocket. This is an additional pocket that we got in the main planner kit as well. So we have these two pockets that I showed and this one. So I'm going to add both of these. I think they would be fun to have in here. And then I have this one here that I can use for the even smaller stickers, the ones that I like to use for the dots, the clear dots. Those will work great here. And I can still close the cover. So that'll be cute to have if I wanted to have that. And now let's talk about our large stickers. So our large stickers are these, and we need a place to put those here. I don't know if I want very thick pocket, or maybe I want one this direction. What do you think? Should I put a long one this way? Because I have never done a long pocket like this. I've only done shorter pockets, so why not? So we'll just take a piece of our Creative Kit paper, coffee cups. Ooh, the floral, for sure. No doubt ever. Okay, so our floral paper will be this direction. I'm gonna go ahead and get it nice and sturdy by folding it over and leaving like a little less than a 1/2 inch overhang that I can fold over the pocket part. I want to make sure that my stickers have enough room, so I'm not going to fold over very much. Let's see if our stickers will fit. Absolutely, fantastic. And then we'll do the bottom right before they intersect, right before. Just like that. And now I'm going to use some of my 1/4 inch tape because I think I really want it to stick really well this whole entire month. Okay, here's our test. It is for our larger sticker sheets. That looks like super fun. And this is for our smaller sticker sheets. Let me grab a couple. Smaller sticker sheets work well. Let's see if those labels that were in one of the kits fit too. So now we have our stickers, all different sizes, all ready to go in our folio. There's only one last thing I want to fix is the front cover. I think we can do a better job of making another book below. I think I finished cutting my book here. I did like a narrower version just to keep in line with that perspective of the other book. All I'm missing now is a little bit of shadowing, I think. I've got my stencil here. Let's go ahead and add some of these fun little shapes to the side of our book. Just making a little bit of definition with that. Let's see what this is gonna look like on top or bottom of our other book. That looks beautiful. I found this die cut that I think would look fantastic here. It's a hoot owl, and it kind of balances out everything. And because this has so much white and this has white and this doesn't, I'm gonna grab this is a Posca marker, and I think I just wanna add some highlights just to bring the whimsy and the light to the book. Well, I think that does it for me. I really had a great time putting this all together. Now all I have to do is just pack up everything I am going to put into my bookish tote, including my new folio. This was really fun to do, and I will see you guys next time, and hopefully over on my Patreon as well. Take care, everyone. Bye.